Most likely, even primitive man, driven either by curiosity or necessity, attempted to predict the weather in the coming days. However, thanks to Aristotle, the official time of birth of the meteorological science is dated to the 4th century BC. It was then that the wise Greek philosopher wrote his treatise Meteorologica. It had a lot of fascinating information, such as the fact that comets are omens of bad things and that the sun is probably much larger than the Earth. Furthermore, Aristotle linked different kinds of precipitation on Earth to the movement of cold air masses. Today, meteorology is a well-developed science with quite advanced technology at its disposal. It is above political orders and wider than state borders. Meteorologists all over the world try to work together since it is the only way they can give the most accurate forecasts.
In Kazakhstan, the first systematic observations were conducted in 1848, covering a rather small number of meteorological characteristics. These included air temperature, direction, speed, and surface pressure. Later on, these parameters expanded, and the meteorological network increased. By 1928, the number of meteorological stations amounted to 153. The year of 1932 marked the establishment of Almaty Bureau of Hydrometeorology. It began to deal with nanosynaptic maps, short-term weather forecasts, and eventually covered the sector of hydrological and agricultural forecasts.
From a meteorological perspective, Kazakhstan is a fascinating country. Situated in the heart of the continent at the furthest point from the world's oceans, it has a quite erratic climate. In fact, scientists refer to it as extremely continental. Furthermore, our capital is the second coldest capital in the world.
We are exposed to all synoptic processes from the north, west, south, and east. Due to the large extent of our territory, the climate is considered to be extremely continental. If you have noticed, we experience abrupt temperature swings within a day or even a half a day. Should there be an invasion of air masses from the north, then during the day these cold air masses will spread all the way to the southern regions, where the temperature will drop, night temperatures reaching -30 degrees Celsius.
In general, meteorologists around the world are becoming increasingly interested in their work. The Earth's climate is changing right in front of us, and contrary to popular belief, it is not only humans who are to blame. Our favorite star, the Sun, is constantly changing its activity. Our own planet, Earth, is slowly altering its trajectory, and in its bowels there is also some tectonic life of its own. All these factors affect the weather, and specialists try to monitor and analyze them non-stop. Ultimately, the weather forecast is significant for more reasons than just determining if you should grab an umbrella today. The weather affects entire industries like shipping, agriculture, aviation, and many others.
Today, the observation network of Kazhydromet consists of 347 meteorological stations of various types. 226 of them are traditional meteorological stations. They carry out eightfold observations of basic meteorological parameters, such as pressure, temperature, wind speed, direction, and atmospheric phenomena. It is essential to know when they start and end. We also have 121 automated weather stations where hourly observations are made and submitted to the data collection center. There are 9 aerological stations where radiosondes are launched into the atmosphere. On average, they reach the height of 25 kilometers. It is very important for forecasters to know the distribution of meteorological parameters with altitude.
Today, mankind uses many different tools to determine the weather: stations, probes, radars, even space satellites. They also use supercomputers and, since recently, artificial intelligence. Forecasts are becoming more accurate in the long term, but we still can't claim to have fully mastered the mysteries of atmospheric patterns. The science of meteorology continues to evolve.